Hello, 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 everybody. All right, in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to write an explicit formula given two random terms that are in the sequence. Let's look at this first example. It says, find the explicit formula given that a sub 3 is 4 and a sub 7 is negative 24. So they gave us the third term and the seventh term in the sequence. All right, first thing we need to do is find our common difference. And to find the common difference, we're going to use the same formula that you've learned to use to find slope. So let me show you how you're going to label it. You see how it says a sub 3 equals 4? That sub 3 just means it's the third term. That's technically your x1. And what it equals is your y1. And then 7 for a sub 7 is going to be your x2. And what it equals is going to be your y2. And that's how you will always label it. So then if I plug into the formula, it's going to be negative 24 minus 4 divided by 7 minus 3, which gives you negative 28 divided by 4, and that equals negative 7. So my common difference is going to equal negative 7. Now, the reason why I need to find my common difference first is because then I can use that to find the other terms of the sequence that I need. So just to give you a visual, if I was to write a sub 1 all the way to just, a sub 8. Well, we already know the third term is 4. We already know the seventh term is negative 24. We also now know that our common difference is negative 7. So basically what that means is to get from the seventh term to the eighth term, I have to subtract 7. So if I want to go backwards and figure out what the previous term was, what's the opposite of subtracting? You got it. I'm going to have to add 7. So when I do that, negative 24 plus 7 gives me negative 17. And so forth and so forth and so forth. All I do is just keep adding 7 to get the previous term. And I showed you that over here simply because all I really need for my explicit formula is a sub 1. So I'm going to start with that third term right here. What is 4 plus 7? That's going to give me 11. 11 plus 7 will give me 18. So my first term in this sequence is 18, and that's what I need. So I have my explicit formula written out here. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And I'll plug in my a sub 1, now that I know it's 18, plus n minus 1, and my common difference, which is negative 7. And then I'll go ahead and distribute my negative 7. And I know most of you guys are used to seeing it look like this. So I'm just going to write it out so that you know it's the same thing. Negative 7 times n gives me negative 7n. Negative 7 times negative 1 gives me positive 7. Bring down my 18. Combine like terms. And I'll get 25 minus 7n. And this is technically your explicit formula, but if they expect you to write it in y equals mx plus b form, you could switch it around and say a sub n equals negative 7n plus 27. It's all the same thing. Also, too, if they don't want you to go further and distribute and all that stuff, you could have just stopped right here at this step because the main thing was to find the common difference in the first term. All right, and that's it.